street soul. The idea of street soul is basically making the city feel warm and inviting, and like there was passion, like there was a soul there. That really was the concept behind that. And whether that's, you know, the less fortunate, the fortunate, or anything in between, I wanted people to know that Toronto had a soul and it felt like something. I wanted something that would relate to how I felt when I took a picture or when I saw the city. So if people are not going to understand what Toronto's about, maybe they're not from here, or if they're from here but they're not really aware of their surroundings, they're just going to work and going home, I wanted them to know that the city had like a pulse, a heartbeat, and so it just kind of took off in its own way. And you know, people tag it all the time and use that, and I love that. I encourage it actually, because that's what it's all about, is sharing your point of view of whatever street soul is to you. It's like wherever you're from, that's interesting now. That's interesting to people, and people connect to that because they don't live there. So they connect to, wow, I'm interested in that new city. And I think Toronto's the same way. People are interested in exploring their own city. That's a great thing, man. You should know your own history and know where things started and where things are going to go and how you're going to contribute to that. Well, it's just you and the camera, which is one of the reasons I kind of fell in love with it right away, where I would take a photo with my phone and I knew the camera wasn't going to judge me. So photography was kind of more of a straight line getting to the truth. At first, I of course wasn't making any money doing it, but I felt at peace whenever I was taking pictures. I would go around the city and I was able to be by myself, but I could study my environment and I also could get some of my thoughts out. So I'm walking around the city taking pictures, seeing how beautiful and multicultural Toronto is, and at the same time getting out all this angst by walking it off, studying my city. And through that, I was able to feel connected with something for the first time in the arts, and I felt like, okay, you know, I'm not a bad person after all, man. Like I'm actually good at what I'm doing, and I'm learning a little bit more about myself, or maybe I should be a little bit more curious, or I'm not sad anymore, or I'm not as sad. I feel better when I take pictures. So there's a lot of things that photography did. Only in retrospect do I know that, but there's a lot of things that it's really helped me with and continuously helps me with. It just doesn't judge me, but it helps me, it's very therapeutic. Success, to me, is doing something that makes you feel like, hey, I can't wait to wake up in the morning. That's got to be the core of success. So it's not too high, it's not too low, but every day you're pretty happy. I think that's success. Shit. Failure is a funny thing because it's friggin' important, man. If you fail at a few things, you polish that thing, you get up, and you make it better. But you don't panic. So sometimes we make mistakes, but I want to make some mistakes along the way. I'm not intentionally make mistakes, but hopefully things balance out where I'm learning from each mistake and I'm making less as I go, and I'm trusting myself more. That's success to me, man. And if I'm doing things that maybe I'm like, okay, would I do this job normally? No, but can I learn from this? Okay, I can. Let me do this. And know your worth. That's success, man, to me. Of course I want to make myself happy, but I definitely like to see a smile on other people's faces. I want to make other people feel what I felt, or and I try to do that through my visuals. If I'm taking photos, I'm thinking, I love this, but I'm hoping other people love it too. Inspiration is everywhere, man. It comes in different forms. That's the cool thing about street photography. You go outside and you see people like fighting through their day, and that's inspiring because, man, some days you feel lethargic or down or however you're gonna feel, but inspiration is like just around the corner.
See the pole?
Yeah, so you be right here. You can go like this, and all you have to do is shoot, okay? Hold on, 1, 2, 3, go ahead. Nice, try one more time. I also teach mobile photography to kids. I started doing that about 3 years ago. It's been amazing, actually. It's instant results, so kids don't really get that bored. You say to them, okay, shoot like this, and then they look at it and they're like, oh my God, I did it, or oh, I can get better. This is my 3rd year doing it. It's more about the process and them learning life lessons through the arts. Don't worry about the results, worry about the process. We're kind of in a selfie era, as we all know. But my whole thing is if you turn the camera around and document your neighborhood, you'll see that there is amazing people all around you. There's a lot of kids that could learn a lot of things, and I wouldn't mind being a part of that process. It's refreshing, and I'll always want that to be a part of my, my life.
I'm more passionate about filming this here. We'll go to a spot, like everyone films this spot this certain way. I'm always looking for that next way to make that spot look even cooler. Honestly, if I didn't skate, I don't know. I don't think my film would have progressed.
And things didn't work out the first time before. You should know I'm down for round 2. But I won't wait or beg or plead. So if you don't want it, then I'm gon' leave. And yes, I'm taking my loving with me. Cause all of this hugging and kissing and touching, it don't go for free, okay?